Hey, you guys, it's Saving a Life Mattered. It's Joseph David Barkus, and I'm making this video to. This is very important, and I need a lot of people to like and subscribe to this. What I'm going to be sharing is something that is not only something that sits deep in my heart, but it's something that I believe every human being was meant to be put here for, and all they want to do is to have the opportunity to express themselves. So I'm making this video most importantly to save lives. And when I mean save lives, I mean this video could save so many just by listening to what I'm going to say. And today I don't feel like doing a YouTube video. I really don't feel like doing YouTube videos unless I'm feeling good, unless I want to share something positive. And I've been putting off a lot of expressive anger and just things that aren't a part of me. But this video right here is something that could really, honestly, it could save not just one life, not just two lives, but it could save so many. So I was laying in bed earlier. I'm doing okay, a little in my head, and I'm just kind of zooming around on YouTube. I want to get some motivation. I want to go to the gym. I just want to do something that makes me feel good. And I come across, I think it was Russell Brand or something, NSA, or, I'm watching this stuff that I'm, Edward Snowden, it just things that I know that people don't know because of what I've been through. So then I come across an actor, I think it was Chris Evans or something. He's talking about anxiety and depression, and I come to find out it's about how being Captain America was such a big, depressive, huge, I don't know. I didn't get much from it, but then I went to a YouTube video, and it was about a father. And it was about a father who lost his son to suicide. And for some reason, I clicked on it, and I needed to listen to what this man who was a father to his son who committed suicide. And his son committed suicide when his father and his wife was on vacation. And his son kept saying, he's fine, I'm fine. He didn't really show many symptoms. But the most important factor of this is I could relate, and I could feel everything in not only what his father was saying, but I could feel what this young man must have been going through. And my life, my parents were divorced I was 7 or 8, and it played a major role. Most importantly, being a targeted individual, and everything that I've been through, even before this, growing up, my mom told me, she said, Joe, you were the perfect kid. You were the perfect child. You would sit in the corner and you would play and you would just be silent and you would just be in your own world. And, I'd come to think about that, and I'd realize it's no wonder. I mean, with all the chaos, all the screaming, and the fact that if you spilled anything or if you ate too much, I don't even remember. I just remember yelling and screaming, and just, it wasn't okay. So that's probably why I was in the corner playing so quietly. And that's probably why I turned to certain things outside of myself at an early age. And it was because I didn't have an outlet, and I didn't have someone to talk to be able to express myself and to be able to share what I was going through. And that's been a factor in my life, my whole entire life. I've had trouble having my father. He would never listen to me. I'd start a sentence and I'd be shut down. And because of what my mom goes through, especially certain periods of the day or night, I can't express myself. I can't talk. I can't get out what I need to say. So most importantly, I can only imagine what this young man was going through, not being able to have someone to talk to. And, I did the Saving a Life Mattered, and this was for youth, and it was for the fact that me being through addiction and realizing that the one thing that every person had in common in group therapy was the fact that, and this is a fact, and it's pretty much, you could survey it, pretty much, it's scientifically proven, that any human being just wants to be, and they just want to be expressed. They want the ability to express themselves, and that's a major and one of the most important things a human being needs. And so this man, this father, he's talking about, and he's a very successful man. He's done a lot. I don't know his name, but he's accomplished a lot. He's failed a lot. But it seemed like he had a good relationship with his son. But it hit me in such a tremendous way, where I had to make this video because of what I've been going through and what I've gone through my whole life, and especially what I've been going through this past nobody knows. I don't even think nobody knows what's really in my heart. I don't think anybody knows what honestly, I wouldn't be able to get a full sentence out before I'm shut down, before I'm told, why are you, what's the point of this? So just anger, just like, there's no point for me speaking. Like, I've been shut down. I've been shut down. I've been shut down from such an early age that anyways, this YouTube video and the fact that this young man had taken his life, it forced me to make this video. And the one most important thing that needs to take place, especially if you're a parent, a friend, or if you care about somebody, even if you're a stranger, if it looks like somebody is trying to say something, or if they're hurting, or if they're angry, or even if they're happy, I mean, the most important thing I'm learning, and this is to save a life, this is life or death, it's to listen. Just take the time to listen. If you're a parent and you don't listen, you're not listening, especially to your own child or your own daughter. You don't know what kind of effect that has on them. So I've turned outside of myself because of this. I've never had an outlet or a way to express myself to somebody. And I've always been searching for someone, and I always just wanted love. I just wanted to be, I didn't want to be alone. I didn't want to lose anybody. I've lost so many people, and I don't mean just by people dying, but just by letting people down. I've let people down, and the things that I've done in my life and the things that I've been through, I'm not perfect. And it seems like because of my background and what I've experienced and what I've been through, my own mother, won't listen. I can't talk. I'm overspoken. If I have any kind of issues going on, or if especially if I'm upset, I'm shut down immediately by my father. He won't listen because I guess I have no reason to be upset. However, this video is so important. You must listen to someone, because if you don't, especially if they're trying to tell you something over and over again, you could save a life. You could save so many lives. Listening. Just listening can save. It can save someone's life. You can save so many people's lives just by taking the time to understand someone and just to realize what they're going through. I mean, I know things, and I've been through things that other people, and there are other people out there that are targeted and that have gone through V2K school technology, and what I want, the only thing that I want, was to just help people and to be able to share my experience, strength, and hope so other men or even women don't go through what I've gone through. But knowing what the government and knowing what this modern day technology is capable of and what it's done to me is so unrealistic that I don't blame a lot of people for not listening to me. But I've been made fun of, I've been laughed, I've been mocked, I've been completely humiliated after I've already gone through a train accident. And it's all trying to put the truth out on what I'm going through and how government man-made synthetic psychosis is such a horrific thing that it's no wonder why anybody wouldn't understand or even listen. It's like sci-fi. It's like I was remotely neurally attacked and someone got my frequency and it was like a virus just been put in me. And hearing echoing, being humiliated, being laughed at, having no privacy for over 8 years, and being struck by a train on top of it, and then being accused of doing things that I'm not morally raised to do or even capable of. I am a good person, and I have said things that especially to people I love, they say, you hurt the people you love the most. I've said some things and I have such a foul mouth that I have to live with things that I've said to the people I love the most. And there's nothing more that hurts when you can't, there's not enough words, there's not enough there's just not enough to even tell that person how sorry you are that you failed them, that you had let them down, that you felt like you weren't there for them, that you had said things that just aren't a part of you, that would break somebody down because of how angry I was because of my failure and because of what I have failed to do in my life. But knowing that this young man took his life, and knowing that if you guys are listening to this video, if somebody's trying to tell you something, if you care about them, you can save a life just by listening. And you don't even have to believe them, but to give them the opportunity to express themselves and to listen. This is such a powerful thing. Everything that I've said to my family and to the few, and I don't have any friends left because I start a sentence and I start telling someone what I'm going through and what has happened to me. Not only am I humiliated, laughed at, and looked at like I'm completely insane and psychotic, but imagine already, knowing that as soon as you're going to tell someone what's happened to you, I already know And that's what I tell people now. If I meet someone and I haven't talked to them in a long time, and they say, "What happened to you, Joe? What's going on with you?" And you know what I have to tell them? You know what I have to tell them? Exact words. If I told you what I'm going through, and if I told you the truth on what I've gone through and what's happening to me and how this is happening to me and how I was struck by a train and the truth of what V2 to school to technology and remote neural brain manipulation is, I lose everybody, but I lose them in an instant as soon as I start talking about it. So if anybody asks me what happens or what's happened to me or what's going on with me, I have to say, look, I can't talk to you about it, because if I tell you, I'm gonna lose you too. And you're gonna laugh at me. And I've already been humiliated enough, and I've been laughed at enough, and I've been choked around enough. I was going to a men's group, and I was trying to convert myself back into Christianity, because there was once upon a time where I gave myself, and I had testimony. But I'm gonna be honest with you. You know, I made this necklace, and there's prayer on it. There's a dog chain. There's Serenity prayer on it. And it was a fashion symbol, but yet it had meaning. But I can't wear it anymore because I don't believe in God after what happened to me. I don't believe in God. If anybody has gone through what I've gone through, and if anybody would just know the quarter length of the torment and torture, the pain and suffering that I've gone through, and not having a single individual that not only believes me, but would let alone take 2 minutes to even listen to me without laughing, mocking, or looking at me like we need to check you in. So I wanted so badly to believe that God was there and that God was real. But after everything that I've been through, it's a serenity prayer. That's Felician's. I bought a bunch of these. I wanted to do it with my men's group at the church. I wanted to do it for military women and men. I wanted to do it for mental health awareness. I wanted to do it for severe PTSD. And I wanted to help other people. I can't even help myself because nobody will even listen to me. I'm afraid to go back to the hospital. To have your own family, every single one of your family members, look at you like you're crazy, let alone not even listen to you. Threaten to throw all your stuff out after a train accident and not be there. And you know what? I was not the perfect man, but I was gone for 15 years. It's not like I was around my family. It's not like I hurt them. I was out hurting myself. But the main part of this video is, if you want to save life, human lives, and if you're a parent or if you're a friend, or if you care about someone, listen. The power of listening, let alone believing, can save so many lives. Because there's so many people out there committing suicide that it's sick, and all they needed was a way to express themselves, a way to feel better, a way to feel wanted, a way to feel not alone, a way to feel like they were a part of something. And you know what? I tried. I don't blame anybody for other than this technology. I don't blame my family for not, forgiving me immediately. However, after this accident and realizing the truth of what has really been going on and what's really been happening still, I had to make this video because this young man died, and his father said, if I could have changed anything, I would have listened. And if he would have had anything to say to him, he would have said he was sorry. And I have one wish, and my only wish is now, because I'm gonna be honest with you guys, I'm slowly dying. I've had so many years taken off my life because of this technology and what I've been through, that my heart is enlarged. My lungs are damaged from the accident. My leg will never be the same. I lost my pericarder, whatever. I could tell I'm full of fluid. I'm afraid of the hospital. I won't go back there. The mental hospital, what they did to me, is horrendous. I have seen a doctor one time. I really didn't want to make this video about me. I wanted to make it about saving lives, and about the fact of the matter that if you're a parent, you need to pay close attention to, and I'm not just talking to my family, I'm talking to the world right now. The power and the art of listening, especially to someone who's hurting, especially to someone who's alone, especially to someone who's just the art of listening. Not only can you save one life, you can save hundreds, you can save 1 million just by listening to someone, and just by sitting down and listening and understanding them. But the one thing I need the most, the one most important thing that I need is for somebody to step up, and it's either the NSA, it's either the CIA, or it's the Federal Bureau of Investigations, to actually tell my story on what I really have gone through, and what I've been going through, and what has really happened to me before I pass away. Our time on earth here is only so limited, but after my accident and after this technology that's been put on me, which is like a virus, and being tormented and tortured all the time, it is slowly killing me. Bottom line, no lie. I am not crazy. There are other targeted individuals out there. But to have your own father, I couldn't even tell him I was frustrated when the state of Florida wanted to give me 3 months after 10 years of not having my driver's license, being disabled, to sit there and listen to another group of addicts talk about drugs. And I was not supposed to be mad about that. Like I had no reason to be upset. And then when I rode 7 miles for the first time after my shattered femur to go swimming in a pool to do physical therapy, and I couldn't get my gears to change on my bike. That was a $700 something bike, and I came home angry. It's like I had no reason to be upset. You guys, listening to someone, you have no idea the power that has. But somebody knows, because their headset and their supercomputer and what they think and what they say, and my telepathy on what I can read upon them, let alone what they're reading on me, I know this is real. And others do too. It's on Wikipedia, it's on Google. There's articles on this. Some people say it's a phenomenon. Some people say it's synthetic telepathy, whatever. However, if you want to save lives, if you want to help somebody, just listen to them, especially our youth. All I ever needed when I was younger was a way to be able to express myself, a way to tell you how I was feeling, and to have someone there to talk to me. That's what I needed. So I turned outside of myself. But there is somebody out there. There is either the CIA or the NSA or the Men in Black or aerospace. And they know what they're doing to me. They know what I've been through. They know. And I don't make these videos and these comments to make a show, to make a comment, to get attention. I don't want attention. I spent a year on a walker, afraid to go out in public because I didn't know what to say to people about being struck by a train, because I was ashamed. I felt guilty. I felt like, how do you, no one's gonna want somebody because they're gonna think they're crazy. So I have felt unwanted, let alone being alone. But I need somebody to step up, and I need somebody to get the evidence and put it out there for me, especially show it to my family, show it to my father, show it to my friends who have laughed at me, that don't talk to me anymore. And most importantly, this YouTube video that I made today, it was made on how to save lives. And it's just by one powerful way of listening to somebody, especially teenagers and our youth, because it's the most important time of someone's life. And that's what Saving a Life Mattered was trying to recognize, was mental health and knowing that youth needs a way to express themselves, especially when there's no one there to listen. So if you guys want to save lives or to help, and please, I'm not talking about myself. This could be anybody. Anybody could be walking by you and you just don't know what they're going through. If you see somebody hurting, or if somebody's trying to tell you something, please, you could save their life just by listening to them. And I am begging somebody to come forward to share my experience of what I've been through. Because what I've been through is real. And if someone has stood in front of a train to get Psycho Torment to stop, and they're gonna make all these ridiculous videos to try to prove something to someone, think about it. All you had to do was listen. My own mother wouldn't even read what a targeted individual goes through. My own father won't even read the links I send. They won't even read what I'm going through, that other people are claiming they're going through the same thing. Yet I was struck by a train on top of it. Please, somebody come forward. The only thing I wish for before I pass away and before I go is for someone to know my story. And it's not a story. It's for someone to know everything that I've been through and everything that I had to endure in this past decade, this past 8 years. You guys have no idea the power of listening and the simplicity of listening and how you can save a life just by letting someone express themselves. And that's something that I've never had. But after being targeted individual and going through this government harassment and this electronic harassment and this neural remote V2 VK skull mind technology of mind manipulation, it's horrific. It's sick. It's real. And no one will listen to me. And if I even try to talk to anybody, every person I try to tell, I have lost. I have lost. And I've lost enough. So my only wish before I do pass is for somebody to come forward and shed the truth and the light on what I have really experienced and what the possibilities and the capabilities are. And the truth. The truth. The truth. And my parents know damn well that I was raised to be an honest man, especially when I'm not searching outside of myself and when I've become into recovery. This isn't drugs. I was poisoned and I was targeted on top of it. And I was struck by a train. And nobody believes what I'm trying to say, except for the rarity of other targeted individuals. Please do me a favor, especially if you're a parent and you have a young or a youth. Listen to them. Listen to them. Listen to them. You can save lives. Someone please come forward so I can shed the light and the truth on what I've been through. Saving a life mattered. You guys, I don't even give a shit if you like or subscribe. I'm not demonic. I'm a very good person, and I wanted so badly to believe that God's there and that life is made to be enjoyed and that there's purpose. But after all this is sick. But to have your own family do what they've done to me, and then not even listen to me, like I'm some comic, it's the most saddest thing there is. So you guys listen. Try to save lives. Saving a life mattered. I tried to get this message out. I tried to not make it about me. This video wasn't made to be about me, and it still did turn into it because of everything I've been through. You guys just listen. Listen to someone. If someone's gone through something, you can save their life just by listening to them, because you never know. Oh, and by the way, I'm gonna be okay regardless. I just know that I'm slowly dying because of what they're doing to me. And that is the truth. And I need someone to come forward. I need somebody to come forward. Somebody knows the truth. You guys, just listen. Especially if you're a parent. It's so important.